This lesson is about Fathahtain, Kasrahtain and Dummahtain. What we will learn. We will learn what Fathahtain, Kasrahtain and Dummahtain are. We will learn what sounds are made with Fathahtain, Dummahtain and Kasrahtain. In Arabic, a word ending in ain normally means that two things are being talked about. When we talk about two fathas, we say Fathahtain. So here we have two fatha signs above the letter Hamza. So the two fatha signs together are known as-Fathahtain. Two kasras are known as Kasrahtain, and two dhammas are known as Dummahtain. Different Dummahtains. The Dummahtain can be written in different ways. So here we have Hamza with Dummahtain on top of it. This is one way you will see it printed or written on the computer screen, and it's like a normal single Dhamma with a little hook on the end of it, but this actually represents Dummahtain, two Dhammas. This is the most common way you'll see the Dummahtain written, which is two separate Dhammas together on top of the tar marbuta, and this is the third way, which looks like one dhamma and another upside down. So all three of these are actually Dummahtains, and we'll learn later on in the different Quranic scripts why you might see them written differently. Different Fathahtains. The Fathahtain can be written in different ways. Here we have two fathas, which we call Fathahtain, and they're written as you would expect above the Hamza. You will also see some letters, or most of the letters, when they are written with Fathahtain, they will also put an alif added onto the letter. So here we have lam with Fathahtain on top of it with an alif added in, and sometimes they'll write the Fathahtain above the alif that is added, but the Fathahtain is really giving this a different sound to the lam itself. Also notice that the two fatha signs are not in a straight line. One is slightly before the other one, so we call this staggered, i.e. they're not in a straight line. The other way you will see it written, so here again we have the dal with Fathahtain, and you'll again see most of the letters with Fathahtain written with an extra alif. And here you see the Fathahtain, but it's not staggered. The two fathas are in line with each other. And later on, when we come on to learning how to read at the end of a sentence or stopping, we'll see what role the alif plays. Different Kasrahtains. The Kasrahtain can be written in different ways as well. So here we have the letter Ra with Kasrahtain underneath it, and you'll see they're not staggered, so the two kasras are in line with each other. And here we have a Waw with the Kasrahtain, and in this case they are staggered, they're not exactly in line with each other, and again we'll learn later on why sometimes they're staggered and sometimes they're not. So the sounds of Fathahtain. The Fathahtain gives the sound that the normal Fatha would give to a letter plus an N sound. So here's an example. We have Hamza with Fatha, so that would normally give the sound of just A, and if you add an N sound to it, you get the sound of An. So that is exactly the sound that the Fathahtain gives. So Hamza with Fathahtain gives the sound An. So it's the same as having a Fatha, but the extra Fatha is effectively giving the N sound, so it's An. Here we have another example, Jim with Fatha giving the sound Ja, with an N sound added to it, it'll be Jan. So here we have the Jim with the Fathahtain, and again most of the letters, when they have Fathahtain, they add an alif onto the end of it. So this is Jan, Jan. The sound of Kasrahtain. The Kasrahtain gives the sound that the normal Kasrah would give to a letter plus the N sound. Here we have the letter Ba with Kasrah giving the sound B. Adding an N sound to it, we get Bin, Bin. So a letter with Kasrahtain underneath it will give the sound of Bin, Bin. The sound of the Dummahtain. The Dummahtain gives the sound that the normal Dhamma would give to a letter plus an N sound. So here we have the letter Ta with a Dhamma giving the sound Tu. With an N sound added to it, it will be Tun, Tun. So again, the Ta with Dummahtain gives the sound of Tun, Tun. Now we'll learn what the term Tanween means. So in Arabic, Tanween means to add the N sound to a letter. So all of the below carry Tanween. So when you say a letter carries Tanween, it's carrying either Fathahtain, Kasrahtain or Dummahtain, i.e. the letter has had the N sound added to it. So this is Hamza with Tanween, second one is a Hamza also with Tanween, and the third one is Hamza with a Tanween. So Fathahtain, Kasrahtain and Dummahtain can all be known as Tanween. Conclusion: we have learned what Fathahtain is, what Kasrahtain is, and what Dummahtain is. We know the different ways they may be written, and later on we'll learn why they're written in different ways. We know the sounds they add to the alphabets, and we understand the term Tanween.